Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth. Today we're going to be jumping back into Raid, giving some tips, giving some team suggestions on Chapter 2. Chapter 1 is done! Now we're heading over to Chapter 2. We've got some great information from the devs, so we're going to go ahead and go through that. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So this is going to be a fairly quick video. I will leave a link in the description below if you want to take a look at this, if you have not read this yet. But there's just a few things that I really want to focus on. Number one, Chapter 1 was fun. Just like with Chapter 1, the devs gave us some very good information on how to maximize our points and really dominate Chapter 2. The first chapter, it was all about the bomber. Second chapter is all about this cave troll. So this second chapter is supposed to be coming out next week. Super excited for that. In order to unlock it, you need 17 million guild points. My guild, we ran through it. We hit 10.3 million the first run. We'll get to the 17 million the second run, and then we'll go ahead and be prepared for this. Let's talk about this though. So in this here, you have the troll. The troll has this boon momentum, which empowers his attacks by using his abilities, counterattacking, and blocking incoming attacks. So in order to defeat him, you're going to want to control that boon by landing critical hits, bringing dispels, and then inflicting specific banes like disrupted. Now, this is cool and not so cool at the same time, but the most effective way to defeat this troll is with the Herodrum team. Now, the Herodrum team, three of the characters have been free-to-play unlockable, which is great. The second two are just now coming around with the marquee events. So you will be able to unlock them 100% free-to-play. You just won't be able to get them to a star level where they're going to be super effective in the raid this first time around. But you'll be able to put them together, play with them in the raid, maybe have them as team number 5. Because remember, you're not depending on one specific team. You're depending on at least 5 teams because you have 5 attempts in order to rack up as many points as possible. So you want 5 really solid teams. So the critical hits, the dispels, the banes like disrupted, that is going to be key. This one down here, when it talks about the Herodrum, Bekalu's Black Serpent Poison, and sharing Herodrum passive abilities with Tebeb's Fight as One leader ability, that's really going to give a lot of synergy and really give you a leg up. So if you've put money into the game, if you really invested in this team, the team is going to do really well. So let's talk about some teams that might be able to help as well. So we've got critical hits. You want some teams to bring in some critical hits. If you bring in the Rivendell Elves, I think that they will still do very well. You've got some disrupts there, which is going to be helpful. You've got some, which are your dispels. You've got Lomian, who is going to be able to do those critical hits. Remember, with him, the more buffs he has, the more chances he has to do critical hits. So I think he's going to be very, very useful here. So the Rivendell Elves, definitely 100% I think are going to be good. Road to Rivendell, I think they're going to be solid in here as well. And then just a couple other follow-up teams. We've talked about them before in Chapter 1. I think they'll still be relevant in Chapter 2 as well. I think Rohan's going to be good, and I think Isengard. So I think really as the raids come out and we get more and we have more and more full teams to build, then there'll be more choice. But I think right now, those are going to be your 5 teams. Rivendell, Road to Rivendell, a lot of Rivendells, like I said before. Your Isengard, your Rohan, and then if you've got the Herodrum, I may start investing a little bit into them, but I think they're going to be a fun team to have because you really got to burn down that troll, right? So that's what we have for Chapter 2. There's some thoughts, some tips from the developers. I'm super excited to jump into this raid and figure it out just like we did with Chapter 1, and then come back to you with some post-Chapter 2 tips to help people out. Very curious on your thoughts. What do you think of Chapter 2? What is it looking like to you? What are some teams that you're thinking of to bring into this raid so you can maximize your points as well? All right, everybody, that's what I had for you. Again, super excited. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.